On the Darkseer, you can just body this PA. But the Weaver should have no issue at all this lane, so I'm pretty fond of it.
Yeah, and we can see indeed Ixon on the Weaver getting the beautiful start that was able to chase down Stamanen.
But that's the beauty of a hero who loves to build Maelstrom. You can catch up later on.
We'll see top lane ready to try and get aggressive there, and with the Inkswell, they've got the damage to blow up Spartan.
So they could either look to make plays on that lane or just give the Iron Shelter Earth Spirit and let him rotate mid.
We'll see top. Magix wasn't able to get in range for the Inkswell, but it doesn't matter.
And Gork is doing so comfortably on this bottom lane that he's going for the naked Battle Fury. No treads, no boots.
And top, again, they'll get in aggressive onto Spartan. They get the kill. We'll see TP's coming over. Rajix, he's trying to get that proc onto Nefrit. Well, the salve not going to save him. Shamanan's in, able to crush him down. Now looks to turn over towards Pablo's BRAME. They are being able to get some action back in their favor here as Stamanen's able to turn things around with that TP.
Starts to set up for these key kills around the map. We're just going to have to see how it plays out after that. As you can see, NP has 21 denies.
Yeah, what's the level difference actually between the two? It's actually not that much despite the denies. Bottom lane 11, he's trying to get in aggressive onto Ixon and Gorg. He's going to lose his life for it. Spartan's also trying to help out. They do kill the Weaver, but Wish, he's got to back off out of this. Spartan as well will be able to TP away. Excalibur can steal quite a bit of this.
He's got no mana for power.
Oh yeah, he's just short. That would have been quite the juicy steal if he did have enough. He's going to get glimpsed back now. He's going to turn with the attack onto 11. Have Wish come in with the TP start to force Excalibur back. Excalibur is able to get it out with the Wim run. Ixon and Pablo, they're still in on the front lines, playing aggressive onto Wish. They're going to be able to bring down this Prophet for sure. Wish goes down. Ixon will die. Can Pablo make anything more happen out of this? He turns towards Spartan. One more hit's needed. He's got it. Takes out the Disruptor. Pablo still surviving here. 11 and Stamanen. Can they actually bring him down? They have got the Iron Shell damage, and there's no further backup coming in for Pablo, so Pablo will fall.
So they did lose that in that regard, but still overall I would say that was better for Team Bold.
I see bottom Gorg needs help, and he needs it quickly. Is he going to get it? It doesn't look like it. The Nature's Wrath comes crashing through. They get the kill, but at the same time, Team Bold were able to bring down their Frit.
If you're playing mid NP, you can't TP in and die repeatedly, or you're just playing from the back foot for way too long.
I said Nefrit. He's in a lot of trouble. Team Bold, they find him farming away, and there's no backup, despite the fact that he's by his tier 2 tower.
Absolutely, it's going to be on the rest of BRAME to make as much space as possible once they hit this arc of timing, or they're just in too much of a difficult place at the moment.
Oh, we'll see the chase on a Spartan hit. They do try with the turnaround. 11 will drop the wall, but Pablo and Rajix are able to get back to safety. Ixon with the wraparound takes down Spartan. And you see the death of Pablo. 1 for 1 here on the supports. 11 still hovering around in the river. Meanwhile, Ixon's cutting the creeps in the mid lane. And indeed, Rajix stays safe. We'll see in the mid, Static Storm drop down. They'll use it to secure the kill onto the Weaver.
Space for Gorg now to just farm wherever he wants, right? Because they can't make these rotations with Static Storm now for another 60 seconds.
I mean, we'll see Wish. He's going to make the attempt here onto Excalibur in the mid. They've got enough burst. They'll get the kill. 11 getting nuked pretty low by Pablo, but no further chance for Team Bold to get over to the backlines quite yet. Rajix thinking about it though. Rolling Thunder ready. Charging over. Spartan will try and juke in the river. He's not going to be able to do so. The Stone Gaze comes out from Nefrit, holds back the Rolling Thunder for now as Nefrit moves in over towards Pablo. Pablo's still alive though. Stamanen finally takes him down with a kick. They will push them back here from the tower. They'll look for the glimpse setup. Dropping the Static Storm as well for the attempt onto Pablo. Roll, again, not going to quite reach him there. Didn't have the stone to get the extra length. The wall is dropped down. Pablo dying to the magnetize. He will go down, but now they're going to pay the price. Roll over, great shackle shot, launching both 11 and Stamanen together. Now, for using the Stone Gaze to create the space for the rest of the team to back off. Will just be the 1 for 1 for now. Gorg poking from the sidelines, but not wanting to get too involved quite yet.
But they did expend Wall, they did expend Magnetize and Static Storm there. Whereas when you look at Radiance cooldowns, they're not high up.
I know, say Gorg doesn't want to get involved. He's proven me otherwise. He's going in for the action. They'll get the Yule set up on a Stamanen. This is going to be a second bit of action there that the PA is able to get involved in. Gorg just turning up with the brown boots and the Battle Fury.
Static Storm and compared to Wall, so I really do feel like Team Bold can just hit a timing right now where they keep running them over.
Oh, we're going to see Excalibur getting caught out here on the bottom lane. He's able to turn with the shackles to Stamanen. Can he find the angle? The kick comes in, but he's already away with the Wind Run. Excalibur steps out, and he's away. Now the turnaround comes into play. Ixon and Pablo go straight for Stamanen. Is able to roll up to the high ground, but the bugs will hunt him down. Stamanen Oh, he's able to get away yet again. Ixon, can he find him? The Soulbind will link together the two of them. They bring down Stamanen, but now the backup from BRAME comes in. Vacuum onto the two supports BRAME. They'll clean both of them up.
Off here, I would say.
Now keep it in the high ground. Stamanen, he'll be the first one to reveal his intentions as he goes straight up with the roll. The Static Storm will be used to kill off Pablo. There's a 1-for-1. DD rune as well. Somebody's going to have that on their hands for the fight. Ooh, Radix.
If they can bait out the Rolling Thunder here, that is so good for them.
Let's see what they've got. They've got the initial silence, Static Storm as well.
Oh, this
He's already used the Yules. That's Radix gone. We'll see Team Bod having a bit of a poke back with the Shackle shot, but there's no more. 11 taking quite a beat down. Another bash hits. 11, he's in trouble. He's able to get forced back to safety in time. 11 will live. Gorg commits with the BKB, but he's having to back off now with the Stone Gaze going up from their frit. They get the drag back onto Ixon, caught in the middle of the Sprout. Ixon will fall. Another hero down without buyback. Spending a lot of time chasing Pablo, but it will pay off. Glimpse back onto the Grim. Pablo kick to the side.
They could just go in and try something at the Pango, but maybe they thought it would be wiser to just not lose any more heroes there.
A big chase on to Radix. And found him on the bottom lane. Can he keep himself alive? He'll have the Yules to buy out sometime from the Static Storm. Gets himself pushed out to the side. The follow-up Orchid's there, and with the glimpse back, Radix has got nowhere else to go.
Rajik said maybe they think that they can catch them off guard. Maybe just get a really quick kill on this Disruptor. The MKB for himself, which you do see a lot of Neutros Prophets do. He just is depending entirely on this Medusa to do the killing. I'm just going to buffer up as much as possible.
PA, he's the only one with significant farm right now. As we see, over to the side, action's going to start with Stamanen going down, and Radix same with the rollover onto Nefrit, but Nefrit, of course, still holding on to the Aegis and the Stone Gaze. Pablo will get picked off to the side, but Excalibur in return will be able to shoot down Spartan. Buyback comes out from Pablo. Team Bod, they're going to try and chase for more Gorg. He's able to poke out the Stone Gaze. Now looks to reset off to the side. Wish, he's sprouted himself for now, and he's stuck in position. Let's see if they can get back in on this. Jump forward from Gorg. He's looking for the target. They get the Shackle shot in onto Wish. Wish, he should. Oh no, he's going to be kept alive. Wish, he's still alive. Finally goes down. But now Team Both, they've got to back away. Radix shot down by the Medusa.
Getting some lucky swashbuckle disarms on her. If they don't find a way to kite this Medusa and kill the rest of her team, it's going to be very, very difficult for Wind Ranger to actually do anything at all in the fights.
Bottom lane. And work around that, but Nefrit already retreating. And Team Bolt do know the BRAME's a little split up with the continuous moves they're making down bottom. Looks like it will be another successful one, though. Radix trapped in the trees. Ixon's still looking at the back lines of this all, but it's a bit of a dangerous place for him to be. He'll be able to force himself down to the low ground. Nice time lapse and a further Shikuchi. He's trying his best to break away, but there's too much catch. Dragged back by the vacuum.
Dependent heroes playing versus a Disruptor. We can really see that come into play when Weaver tries to.
Oh, here we go. They're going to try and again jump in onto Nefrit now. Looking over to the back lines. Gorg tries to find 11, but he's not quite got the damage to finish him off. Now Gorg's in trouble. The Stone Gaze freezes him in position. He gets the heals going as the lifesteal turns towards Stamanen. Begins to heal back up, and he's got the backup of Radix. Goes head over for Nefrit once again. Shackle shot is in, but can they bring this Medusa down? Gorg trying to focus the Medusa, but he hasn't got the damage. Nefrit's still alive. They've only lost Spartan on BRAME, whereas Team Bold, they've lost 3. Pablo as well, also to fall as he's trapped in the Sprout. 22k right now. See Ixon is being hunted out here. Good force to break out of the Sprout. Damage and controls too much for Stamanen and Wish.
Dodged quite well and took farm in the correct places.
Not going to see Excalibur. Just going to try and go out for some action. Knows that there was a move made up top. Plus the BKB, but of course Nefrit with the MKB and the Skadi just tears down Excalibur. No struggle whatsoever. We'll see the Stone Gaze come out. Pablo is able to get the Dark Portrait off in time. Wish up on the high ground looking towards Ixon. Radix, he has to roll away. The Dark Portrait will get brought down. And again, 2 dead. Pablo and Excalibur. No buybacks. BRAME will have the space to take this bottom racks. As Gorg, Radix and Ixon are left in their fountain. I don't think there's much they can do with just the 3 of them as BRAME push on. Gorg will jump out, able to burst through Spartan. Vacuum back into play as well as the wall. Gorg trying to stand his ground with the Satanic. Jumps back into the fountain just in time, but the Ancient goes down. GG is called. We'll see both mids able to get the refill, of course, on the water runes. We'll see an aggressive attempt there for Stamanen, but Gorg quickly puts a stop to the charge with the blast. See if they can keep the stacks building up onto Ixon though, as he's trying his best to hide around the trees, but I don't think there's much running away from this, as Ixon will go down. First blood for 11.
Meanwhile, in bot lane, they do get the kill on Mars.
Top lane, Gorg. He's going to be in trouble. A stomp will come out. Does catch on to 11, but it's not going to be enough to stop Gorg from going down. 11. He's going to try and get aggressive onto Ixon, see if they have enough damages to mount. Taking a few tower hits. Ixon.
Spearbreaker and Viper both struggle on killing them, so they can be very annoying. If Smannen hadn't TP'd on a cliff there, he probably would have died to the skeletons too.
See, bottom lane, Nefrit is pretty low here. I'm going to get the Curse Crown set up. Radjix, he'll finish off the kill.
Early on, and he's actually going for a Vanguard next without boots. So this is the build he's doing so far. He's going to be as tanky as he can be.
Oh, a good kill up top. 11. Getting a little over aggressive. Backup is coming in, and that was the easiest double kill Wish picked up. Not a whole lot at all you can do about it. See mid Radjix, he wants to go for the arena setup. And he will have it in onto Wish. Pinned against the arena wall. Wish not standing a chance. See TP's coming in. They're going to look for Radjix. Radjix tries for a TP out himself. Won't make it. Charging from Stamanen. Chum Wish in the fights. It's going to be pretty much their main goal. Top lane Gorg. He's going to get got upon here. He needs backup. He's going to go down the once. Backup will now turn up. See if they can turn anything around here as they look towards Stamanen. Wish in the trees though. They've got to be careful as these rockets start to get laid out upon them. Lead in with the ultimate. They get the knockback onto Excalibur. That's the Quap gone. Now with the charge in, Shaman's ready to set up for more. Straight over towards Ixon. 2 dead on Team Bolt. Spartan's coming in with a heal. Stamanen steps out to the side. He's able to get himself out of the arena. Spartan will be left behind. So they'll take the trade there. See if they can take this fight as Wish will start to get the rockets going.
Nice tries.
And you get the setup on a Wish. Yeah, they'll do it. That's the Tinker gone. We'll see if BRAME still want to fight without the Tinker. Looks like they certainly do. Going straight in. The arena will come out. But it looks like Excalibur will be left trapped here underneath the threat of the Centaur Warrunner. Now the rest of Team Bold desperately trying to save one another. Backing off. Radjix and Ixon will get underneath the tower. They'll keep themselves alive, but Pablo on the other side of things should go down here. They get the iron charge in. Pablo trying to run, but the poison from 11 will connect. As BRAME will be able to strike back after losing Wish. Behind that of Nefrit.
I'm actually really curious, now that BRAME have gotten this top tower, who they're going to assign that farm priority to. This Viper is insanely strong, right? You do lose some in way of mobility and tower damage, but that's not your job at the moment. You can just worry about that later.
I'll see them go for Spartan. Stamanen's there with the backup and Gorg. He's got to be a little careful. The rocket's starting to come out. Ult from Stamanen knocks Gorg back. Nefrit's trying to get in range. He'll be able to do so with the double edge and the laser. They're bringing down the once. Backup comes in Radjix. Spears over the Spirit Breaker into the splitter. That'll be a buyback straight away from Stamanen. Gorg trying to focus down Nefrit. The Sonic Wave comes out as well, but it's not enough burst. Nefrit's going to be fine. Viper Strike in onto Gorg. I'll see Nefrit, stepping up very boldly here. Into the triangle. 3 heroes around. Nefrit doesn't care.
Who's going to stop them? They don't have their cooldowns up. They don't have percentage-based damage. Arena did just come up, though.
Oh, see the arena attempt onto 11. That'll be a catch that Radjix should be able to finish off the job on. Again, top lane Gorg. Still 90 seconds. No reincarnation. He's in a lot of trouble.
Have the tempo at the moment, and he doesn't have a farming tool. When you go for this Armo Deso build, you're expecting to fight a lot. But if you do fall behind and start to die, there's no means for you to come back into the game just simply by farming.
Gorg. He's underneath the damage of 11. He's trying to run, but Gorg, he's going to go down surely. The ult, it's not quite back there. He's still trying to step out. Looks like he will be able to live. As BRAME have turned their attention back over towards the rest of Team Bold. Radjix focused down by 11. Now they'll go over towards Ixon, take down a second. They did lose Wish for this, but it's certainly paying off here with 2.
Link plus Orchid on Quap, they can actually sidestep the Centaur and go on Tinker whenever they choose to. So Tinker does have to position himself more carefully. A lot safer for them on BRAME.
I'll see Spartan. He's going to get gone on. He is tanky, but not tanky enough this time around.
Gorg's items, they can take back a lot of this map before Tinker gets strong enough, because he's still not quite there yet.
See bottom. 11 will get the catch onto Excalibur, but the burst damage from the 3 of Team Bold is too much for this Viper. Excalibur gets the kill, and Radix, he's looking for the further setup. He's got the catch on to Staman, and Arena's there. No escape for the Spirit Breakers. Team Bold, they pick up 2 quick kills and start to invade the jungle of BRAME.
They've got to like sidestep him. They have to maneuver their way around him because they really don't have the damage to take him down. They've got no Vessel, they've got no percentage-based damage.
We'll see bottom Excalibur. He has been found there. Staman with the setup, 11 has the follow-up. Doesn't have buyback, then fight's going to be lost and buildings are going to go down as well. Mid, they're going to look for the setup onto Nefrit, and well, there we go. A very nice that's all.
Very well played, and all they extended there is what the...
Oh, an Excalibur. He's going to need to stop the TP. They do the root. Pablo gets the catch there to follow up Excalibur's silence. That's Wish down the once. The Aegis is gone. Radix is ready to line himself up in position. Perfect timing with the spear. Huge moves here from Team Bold as they get themselves back in action.
Invincible is going to melt later on in the game.
I mean, 11. And he's coming out. I mean, he'll get the kill, but he may pay with his life here. Pablo's got the roots out. Pablo.
Oh, Pablo, well played. That ramble onto
the tip as well. Gonna go over the damage here, that Mindbreaker. Of course, will assist him greatly if he's able to get the blink, stun, silence off onto Wish's Tinker. We'll see mid. BRAME, I'm going to get aggressive. The Arena comes out, but 11 has the BKB. Gorg also using his own BKB to try and commit, but they are able to step away. Mid lane, though. Gorg, he's actually going to look to try and get back in. He's going to get in with the jump, Ray Fire Blast to start things off onto Nefrit. Nefrit's dying underneath the tower. He's going to try and step away. The Curse Crown will hit. They need a little bit more damage. Sonic Wave, not quite enough, but the Earth Splitter is. Nefrit goes down. Team Bold, again, a significant amount of damage that was killing him. Mid lane, Radix. He's able to find himself a Spirit Breaker charging through. You actually had catch Spartan as well with the root. They're going to go for this as well. Looking to chase down the Enchantress. Buyback immediately comes out from Staman, and the Curse Crown holds back the 2 of them. Rockets start to fly in. Pablo, he's trying to get himself away, but he's got no Shadow Realm up to avoid the follow rockets, so he will fall. Staman, how aggressive does he want to go? He's in onto Radix. He's got the ult at the ready, but the Lincoln Sphere, offered up by Excalibur, keeps Radix from being knocked back. To do with it, they are starting to move over. They're not smoked up. Gorg, he's going to lead in. Goes for Spartan straight away. Have they got the burst? They do. Enchantress goes down, out for 50. Still looking to maybe find something off the back of this smoke. Look, Nefrit, get the spear set up. They want to try and commit fully onto him. See if they can do it this time. They can't. Gorg's going to get charged, taken down once. See the second life hit from Gorg come into position, but he immediately gets hoof stomped. He needs backup and he needs it now. Is he going to get it? He pops the BKB, tries to turn, but Gorg will fall.
Got this BKB on Wraith King. Not sure how they're going to take this fight to defend this bottom side.
Yeah, BRAME could definitely force up to the high ground pretty hard now. One of them knowing that Gorg doesn't have his full potential to turn up to the action. We see Excalibur trying to jump in and start things up, but Wish is able to get the BKB off in time. Blink to the side, Wish is fine. The Arena's down, but the BKB's out from 11. Stamana will fall. See Pablo trying to find Wish, but Wish is already out the TP. Gorg charging in. BKB's still on cooldown for 40 seconds. He does have to reincarnate though. They burst through him the once. He needs backup, but he doesn't look like he's going to get it. Oh, he's able to get the blink off in time.
Beautiful, beautiful by Ixon.
A big escape there from Gorg. He gets caught there a second time, and it could be game over. But he does, and he gets out. He's short of money off the buyback, so has to be cautious. 800 gold out of it right now. Nefrit back to pushing. The bottom racks are going down. Team Bold, what can they do? We'll see Excalibur jump in, look for Spartan, but Spartan forces out to the side. Nefrit's still sticking around for the barracks. See them set up with the Viper Strike onto Excalibur. Stun in onto the Elder Titan. Elder Titan goes down. Buybacks available from Ixon. Sonic Wave to the side. Burst through 11. They've brought down the Viper. They've got the Yule set up onto Wish. They're seeing if they can catch this Tinker. Pablo's in on top of him as well. Gorg in with the BKB, but the Bloodstone, it's healing up Wish. Gorg, can he finish off this Tinker? He can. Double kill for Gorg. What more can they find here, Team Bold? And stepping over towards Nefrit. See Spartan hiding in the trees. Nefrit still very beefy, still a full minute left on the Aegis. We're going to see the death of Ixon. Gorg, he hasn't got the damage to deal with Nefrit right now. As they lose the first life of the Wraith King, he's ready for round 2. Spear over to the side will trap Spartan. Great angle from Radix. As they take out Enchantress, Nefrit should fall the once, finally, slowly. But can they do it a second time? He's ready for round 2. The question is, our Team Bold. Let's see what they can do here. Has got Stampede available.
He's got backup coming.
Yeah, they're poking very carefully because here's the man in charging forward straight over towards Excalibur. The root Catches on to Nefrit. They're still so careful how they approach him. Gorg will tickle him with a Ray Fire Blast, but they're trying to ignore him and turn towards the Spirit Breaker instead. Radix, you'll set up Arena's back up. Spear down onto Stamanen. The Spirit Breaker will fall. Nefrit, he'll look to hide in the trees and TP out. He'll back away.
That's so funny. Leave the base and just take the fight.
There we go. They're listening to you, Effie. They're making the call. They're making the moves. They're in onto Spartan. Dragged back by the splitter. He should go down here, or maybe not. He's out to the side. Spartan, he's actually away. Excalibur jumps up to look to finish him off. They'll turn towards Nefrit. BKB from Gorgs. He looks to commit, but Nefrit with the BKB stampede, he's able to get away. Excalibur still trying to kill Spartan, but he hasn't quite been able to do so yet. Another dagger out. Spartan finally dies. The rest of BRAME, what's their move now? They're backing off. As Team Bold, they get a kill, and they force BRAME to back away.
Spartan was so tanky there. He was so tanky there. They all into him, kind of, and if they had managed to kill him a few seconds earlier, they might have been able to take down Nefrit too. But that Holy Locket really came into play there with the Nature's Attendance. So.
Seeing some big deaths here. That's Pablo out, Ixon as well, neither with buyback. Can Team Bold do anything about this Gorg? Excalibur, they're charging back in, they're looking for Wish. They get the spear back, but the three-man who stopped the charger as well across the three of them. Takes Radix out of the game. Gorg, he's going to be back up for a second life, but the BKB's on cooldown. He can't do anything alone against these four as Gorg will fall. He has got buyback, but it would only be down to him and Excalibur to try and hold. We'll see if they give it an attempt. As BRAME, they've got the four of them alive. They're heading straight over towards the tier 4s, looking to close up the game and the series. Gorg's in with the buyback. They have the fortification. 10 seconds until Ixon's back in. But can the three of them keep this game going?
Honestly, Owen, I take it back. Centaur scales just fine.
I mean, yeah, Gorg just disappears in a matter of seconds. There's Nefrit gets in on top of him, charging towards the base as well. Ixon trying to keep their attention off the Ancient, but it's not going to work. GG is called. As BRAME, they'll take the game.